season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
And they are in rhythm on offense because of him. I mean, right now, he's got everything going the way he wants to, finding the receivers the way he wants to, looking over defenses. No interceptions is the number I lock in on. Before a touchdown pass isn't so bad either.
Yeah, what a game he had last week. On first down, Clifton. Looking middle, and that's complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 13 yards on the game's opening play.
Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
Throwing on first down, Clifton.
He'll get this complete to Rondale Moore. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Back to throw. Clifton. That's complete to DK Metcalf.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
The numbers for him from a week ago. And you figure that he'll probably be a big factor in this one as well.
No question about it, partner. We just saw right there. They want to get him the ball in space and see what he can do after the catch.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
He completes this to Walker. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Off the play fake. Clifton steps away.
That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, a pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least it'll be fourth down.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield. But they never did.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
Dallas offense set for this next drive.
And because they couldn't hit the long field goal, they are set up nicely offensively at the 41, 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 6 catches, 67 yards, and a touchdown.
And he's number 6 in the league in receiving yards, and he plays for his team first. But he also, in the back of his mind, he's thinking, if I can get into the top 5, that might affect his bonus in his contract.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki.
And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
They brought in a heavy set on 3rd down, and that usually means running play. But we have seen them throw out of that formation. And sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one. Wound up hitting him for a first down.
They'll look to throw here on first down.
He'll get this to Elliott. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
On 2nd down, Elliott.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down.
He'll drop to throw. And this one is incomplete.
The pass intended for Nicole Hartley. Incomplete. Darius Slay on the cover.
And that will line up just short. He had it on line. It ran out of gas at the end, and this will remain a scoreless game. Now listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, at other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. This is the tight end Fant.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down.
To throw on 3rd down. Clifton. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
They'll run. It's Kenneth Walker.
A nice move he had, but can't break away. And he's brought down just inside the 30. To throw on 2nd down. Clifton. Quick hitter here. It's complete.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
They go play action here on 1st down.
Across the middle, he finds Robinson.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in a defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the 1st down.
Looking to throw. Clifton to the right side, and he's got more complete. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Again, he'll drop to throw.
And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown.
A great effort there. With a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year.
And the Seahawks get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
This fielded right at the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Cowboy offense heading out. Let's take a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC.
A CD after this game. There will be 4 weeks left in the regular season. So this is far from the final version of what we'll see come January. More of a first draft, if you will, as all these teams fight for a better position.
And you pointed it out so accurately there, Brandon. After this game, 4 weeks left in the regular season, and then the playoffs officially begin. But for some teams, trying to fight to make it to the playoffs, they're actually in a playoff push right now. And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Up the middle, here's Elliott. And he goes across the 20 to the 22.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose.
The quarterback taken down and sacked.
Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
He'll take it at the 42. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10.
Now we will get another look at Seattle's offense. And they, if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset.
Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play.
The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Operating from the gun. Clifton.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
1st down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Clifton. Over the middle. That's caught by Metcalf. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 24-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The Seahawks at 11-1 now on the year. They've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Clifton and Walker with it over the middle.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2. The offense on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Repeat of the last play, finding Walker.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
On 1st and 10,
Clifton. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. From the gun, it's Walker. Now the ball comes loose, and the Cowboys have recovered.
I know a lot of defensive coaches have certain guys on their squad that they look to as drive stoppers, guys who can make big plays, interceptions, knock it free. In this case, they didn't need one. The offense supplied it for them, just dropping the ball.
Yeah, and that was after they were doing so well on this drive through the air. They go to the ground, doesn't work. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. A dump off to Elliott. And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. 2nd and 9 now. This one, oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
DK Metcalf for the Seattle offense about set to take over once again. He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally he feels like he's one catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road. And the defenders are well aware of that, too. They've got to figure out a way to not let that escalate. Keep him right in this zone here and call it a day, because otherwise he can really decimate him.
Better believe they are well aware of his playmaking ability.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. On 1st down, Clifton. That is caught at the 7. And the Seahawks are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Out of the gun, Walker with it. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Elijah Moore from 3 yards out. And the Seahawks have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it's a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. McCole Hardman to return it from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Elliott. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Looking to throw. Back to Elliott, and he's got him again. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Inside give to Elliott. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Able to hit his target, Lamb. 85 catches for him on the year now, and the result there is a first down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out in the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Throw left side here, complete to the tight end, Gesicki. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45.
At the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up
now back to the ground with Elliott.
And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line.
11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down.
These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Rashawn Gary in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. And that sack certainly just strengthening his candidacy for Defensive Player of the Year. You think he's got that one in the bag yet?
I'm not willing to vote quite yet just because I want to wait until the season's over, but he is really tracking towards it. Just look at all the great plays we've seen from him throughout the season. Strength plays that you referenced there, as well as agility plays. Yeah. They just have not found a way to block him.
And the pressure gets to him again. Rashawn Gary, 2 plays in a row now that he has gotten in there for the sack, and it brings up 4th down.
A CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Throwing to start the drive. Clifton. And that is incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Throwing again. Clifton. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. A beautiful fake. He's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
A first down carry by Elliott. And they'll get this down to the 10. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
He'll look to throw. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Touchdown, Cowboys. C.D. Lamb. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys are back within a score. On that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open in the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there, because the best quarterback-receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they got it done there.
No problem there on the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
And a nifty return there all the way across the 40.
Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense.
Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the fourth quarter. But you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, I'm about to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Clifton. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down.
He completes this to Walker.
That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So he missed his first attempt, remember, but this time he gets back on the bike and knocks it home.
Yeah, and sometimes that first one can really impact you moving forward. It can just stay with you too long and affect everything else you do during the game. In this case, though, able to shake it off. He's riding high again.
The Cowboys about set to take over on offense.
And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. He'll drop to throw.
He'll find Lamb. That's complete.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Out now comes the Cowboys punter. as he's on to kick it away. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Seahawks going to take over now late in this first half. And with a 17-7 lead, maybe they're just looking to get into the locker room.
Throwing to start the drive. Clifton. And Walker has it. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. To throw again. Clifton throwing the out route, and he connects with Fant. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 41-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point that continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
They'll look to throw again. He finds his man, complete. That's Walker. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on it's the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points.
A 56-yard attempt.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And the lead will hold at 10. So we've come upon halftime with the visiting Seahawks. They're out in front. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14. We'll start up at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. And they are seconds away from halftime, all tied in that one. From there, we head down to Tennessee to check on the Titans at home in Nashville. And it was the visiting Jacksonville Jaguars that go home with the victory. Trevor Lawrence, terrific in the victory, as his guys move their record to 9-4 on the year.
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively. Virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. And he fires one that's intercepted.
Tariq Woolen picks it, and the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football.
As they started that drive, I think they looked at the scoreboard and said, this is a manageable deficit, guys, but let's go ahead and start cutting it down right here. Instead, an interception happened, so a 2-possession game might become 3. So as we get going here in the second half, this could rapidly reach the point where there isn't enough time left for a comeback if their defense doesn't bail them out.
Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the third.
And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them, because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10. At the 47-yard line.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. On 3rd down, Clifton. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A 1st down and then some. Give him 29 yards.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Looking to throw. Clifton.
Not wasting time, going right back to DK Metcalf.
Touchdown, Seahawks. DK Metcalf with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Always important to get the 1st score of the 2nd half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the 1st score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. They'll drop to throw. And oh, he coughs up the football near his own goal line. And the Seahawks have recovered. And they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown. 2nd time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressured, hurried, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of the football.
Now Blankenship on for the PAT.
And the lead is now 24. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense.
Bobby Okereke running in and bringing him down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw.
Gets into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Jamal Adams.
And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Throwing to start the drive. Clifton. This is the tight end fan. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a first down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
A 6-yard pick.
He kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
To throw on second down. Clifton. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down.
He's got his tight end fan. And the Seahawks are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence. And that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
Throw out wide to Walker.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Walker.
And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down.
Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
Back to throw. Clifton. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for a Seahawk touchdown.
Rondale Moore there to make the grab. And the Seahawks get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. And certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack the defense and take them out of the game.
So that drives 7 plays in length. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. Dallas offense set for this next drive. But we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD. And if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
And able to find Gesicki as tight end.
And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
They'll set up a throw.
Complete to Mooney on the slant.
The first down pass. Complete to Darnell Mooney. A 7-yard pickup. Brings up second.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Intended for Tommy Tremble. Incomplete. He was covered by Jamal Adams.
Back to throw again.
He's got his tight end. It's Tommy Tremble. And he will have a Cowboys first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
Looking to throw.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Draw play, Elliott. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. Now back to throw. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
They certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. Throwing on first down.
Clifton. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Throwing again.
Clifton.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. To throw on 3rd down.
Clifton.
And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety.
The goal here is about getting any kind of positive yardage in this spot because you don't care who, you don't care how. You just want to try and buy a little space and get away from your own end zone. But in this spot, the defense was all over that play and equally motivated to stick them with a safety.
The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
2nd and 9 now. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Fielded at about the 28. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return, and out will come the offense as they take over. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. They're just looking to do more of the same. They were good in the first half. They've extended their lead so far here in the second half. I don't know, they're just looking good on hitting on all cylinders right now.
And sometimes that means a head coach who really has a finger on the pulse of the team may not have anything to say at all. May tell the rest of the coaches, just back it off a little bit. This team has it under control. I remember hearing about Bob Knight years ago in basketball, getting ready to give the final speech before the gold medal game in '84. And on the board, Michael Jordan had written, "Coach, after all we've been through, there's no way we're losing tonight. He didn't even give a pregame speech.
Wow, interesting. Well, right now, no speech is needed.
The tackle made at the 47-yard line. A gain of 1 yard.
On 1st and 10, Clifton. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Clifton. That completes it again to Metcalf.
Clifton's pass complete to DK Metcalf. It's a gain of 6. And the Seahawks.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Straight ahead, Walker. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
And he'll go down at the 28. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does? It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key 1st downs and big runs.
And going right back to Walker. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been really good, converting 7 of their 10 tries. This is 3rd and 10. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Blankenship's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Dallas offense back out onto the field. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Rashawn Gary, my goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really, really turning in an incredible performance.
You can almost see all the defenders rubbing their hands together with glee because we all know they relish the chance to bring down a quarterback of his caliber. Anyone who brings him down has plenty to talk about. Not just a sack, but a big win built off the efforts of this defense.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. He'll drop to throw. That is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw here. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Rashawn Gary in there to get him again. That is sack number 6, one off the NFL record of 7.
Partner, my vocabulary isn't that great, but to me, there's only one word that fits this front 7 today, and that's dominant. 4 and 5 sacks is already rare in one game. Getting to more than 6 in one contest while winning by this many points, an absolutely astounding effort by every player involved.
The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10.
Checking in on Houston. It's in the fourth quarter there. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. It's late in that one, and the Texans have moved out in front.
And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. 42 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run, and that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
Back to Walker on 1st down. Taken down at the 30. 2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
They run again with Walker. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line.
The 28-yard line. It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's third.
From the gun on 3rd down. Clifton. Catch is made by Metcalf. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Looking to throw. Clifton.
Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal.
Second and goal.
Back to throw. Clifton. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14.
Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to it.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Blankenship's kick is good.
And that will extend their lead even further.
So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
Taken at the goal line.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one. He'll find Lamb. That's complete.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup.
2nd and 2. They'll set up the screen. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point. But being sloppy.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
They'll look to Gesicki on the out route. Ball is caught.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
A gain of 15 yards. That's good for a Cowboys.
They'll look to throw again.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Back to throw. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Tariq Woolen picks it. And the Seahawks are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 37. Here's Walker to start the drive. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 57 yards rushing for him now to this point.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. Give him the 3rd down conversion. 5 yards on the play. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Delay of game, offense.
Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Still 1st down.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. And Walker once more. And he'll take this one down to the 36.
Walker, the ball carrier. The tackle made at the 36-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 14.
On 2nd down, it's Walker. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on 1st.
Brought down at the 35-yard line. A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Seahawks, the win moves them to 12-1 now on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the L.A. Rams. Meanwhile, for Dallas, any slim hopes they had at a play